So here it is, can't connect to Sonicwall Netextender. So it's a net extender. So just by looking at this net extender, some kind of repeater maybe, some kind of network component, that's okay. Robert Leon, thank you very much, Robert, for submitting this. I really appreciate it. I think I've seen comments from you. It's good to see you. I need help connecting to Sonicwall Netextender. My printer is not printing on my computer, but it works for my coworkers. So right now, what I'm assuming here is that you're not, well, a couple of things. Your my printer is not printing on my computer. That's first thing I would check here to make sure that your printer is installed correctly. And I'm assuming here, since we were talking about net extender, that it's a network printer. So we have to make sure that your printer is added correctly. So go to printers and scanners, add a printer. Now make sure you go to the printer if you can, and you can print out settings on it, or if you already know what the settings are, meaning the host name, which means that it's a printer name, or the network IP address, the IP address. So if you go to printer, you can actually print out, if it's like one of those better printers, and what I mean is like a business printer, that one that sits like in the middle of floor or a printing room or something like that. If you go to settings and you print out the settings, it will give you the IP address of the printer. So if you go here and you search and nothing comes up, which is perfectly fine, you can say the printer that I want isn't listed. So select that. And I'm assuming it's a network printer, so click add printer using TCP IP address or hostname. That's what I do. And if it's something else, select something else. Okay? In this case, I'm going to assume that it's a TCP IP address or just a network printer, basically. I'm sorry, I clicked away from that. No, I didn't. Here it is. And go through the motions of adding it. If you search it like it's searching here, chances are it won't find it, or it will list like 10 or 15 different ones, as long as you're connected to the same network. And then go through here and then type in the IP address, and if there's a port, you can leave this query. The printer automatically select the driver to use, which is fine. Printers can also push the driver to your computer to install it. So anyways, do all this, make sure that the printer is installed correctly. Now back to your ticket. You said, and here, I'm going to assume you've done this, but if you haven't, make sure you do that and use the correct IP address that everybody else is using. And of course, correct driver name for that specific model of the printer. Very important. And this is all with the assumption that you're allowed to print, that you can even add printers. But it works for my coworkers. So that means that they've done something or have something on their computer that's done correctly, And I'm not talking down to you or anything like that. I'm just saying the settings are done correctly. And we all make mistakes. I've made mistakes where something is not done correctly on my computer, but for some reason for coworkers, it's working fine. So check their settings. Go in if possible, or if you can't, ask them to send you a screenshot of their printer, in here. Whatever's installed, send them, make sure that you see the same thing and compare. So now you're doing some troubleshooting where you're comparing, well, what's the difference here? Is it the IP address? Is it the computer name? Is it the printer name? Or is it the printer driver, this and that? And you can also look at which printer driver it is that's installed. I don't know if I don't have any printers, unfortunately, connected here. But if you have a printer connected, you can right-click and look at the properties of it, and you'll have different settings and this and that. So you can see different settings. So this is part of troubleshooting. You compare and see what that is. Now, going back to your Sonicwall Netextender, I need help connecting. So we got a couple of different things here, and I'm not sure if they're related, but they might be. So let's see what Sonicwall Netextender is. It kind of seems like these are two separate issues. I'm going to go to Google. Again, it's okay not to know what something else, what something is. All right. here we go. This website comes up. Looks like this is the correct website for it. Okay. Netextender. Here we go. Sonicwall SSL VPN network extender allows you to provide easy and secure access to Windows and Linux users. This transparent software enables remote users to securely connect and run applications on the company network. Users can upload and download files, mount network drives, and access resources if they were on the local network. So Netextender here is a SSL VPN. So it sounds like it's just a VPN. So like for example, I talked about Pulse Secure before. It kind of sounds like it's some kind of a VPN connection that allows you to do all this stuff. Basically have have connection to the company's network, just like a VPN software. So it's VPN software. I don't know what specifically the issue is with the Sonicwall Netextender. You need to let me know, and for that reason, I'm going to say here, hello. Can you please? Well, let's do this again. I've never talked to Robert before in this ticketing system. This is Irvin with PC support. I have your ticket about Netextender and printer issue. Can you please provide any error messages you get when using Sonicwall Netextender? I hope I spelled all this right correctly. I think I did. Netextender. Yeah, I think I did it. So the reason I'm asking this is because I need to know. Well, we also need to know. We, as in, all as collectively, me and you, the viewers, we need to know what is the issue with this VPN Netextender. This VPN Netextender. We know that you have to use SSL, which is secure shell connection. We need to know what is the error in the sense, are you able to even log in? Is this an access issue or is this post login issue? I need more details in order to kind of elaborate and rectify this issue. And that brings me to a great point. You as a help desk person or just a tech support, any type of tech support, engineers, whatever the title is, you need to get more information and you need to ask questions in order to get to the answer as quickly as possible. I personally like to do it either over instant messenger because I can get instant screenshots, because screenshot can tell me much better and much quicker what the issue is instead of a user trying to explain to me what the problem is. I have a feeling Robert is actually a tech guy, so it will be a little bit different maybe to talking to him, but either I want to see screenshot number one, and number two, it will be okay to actually talk to them. It will be actually okay to talk to them, whether they're an IT person or a user, to make sure that you get the most information as possible in order to resolve this issue, because we need more information. We need a lot more information instead of I need help connecting to the Sonicwall Netextender. What kind of help do you need? Number one, what is the issue, right? We don't know what the issue is exactly. It does say here, my printer is not printing on my computer, but it works for my coworkers. To me, this kind of seems like it's two separate issues, but it's in the same sentence. So it might be related to not be able to print. So it could be related directly to this. If you're not able to connect to the Netextender, which is the VPN in this case, then of course your printer will not work because it would not be on the same network. I hope that makes sense. If this doesn't work, then this won't work if it's a printer that's on that network. If you cannot connect to the network using the Netextender VPN, then you're not able to access this printer, this network printer that's on that printer on that network that you need to connect to. I hope I'm making sense. I try to repeat myself as much as possible, and I don't know. Some people like my teaching style, if you will, although I'm not, a teacher. I'm just a guy who's sharing his knowledge. So for those reasons, we're going to wait for Robert Leon to respond to me, and hopefully he does. And then we're going to get back to this in the next video.